dope and no worries. Harmonious gang with the big bro Yuriy. Hyphy, get lit just like me. Big bossed up, chop it up with Rylee. You better come with it to kick rocks, cause you now tuned in to 10 Talks. Now let's get lifted and take a shot. You are now tuned in to 10 Talks.
That stinks.
It's supposed to.
It doesn't smell good.
It does smell good.
Yo.
Hello, everybody.
What is up, guys? Wait, actually, 1 second. There we go. Okay. Boom. What is up, everyone? Apologies for being 14 minutes late today. It's just that, yesterday was New Year's.
Happy New Year's, everyone.
New Year's. Well, yesterday was New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's to everyone. And I'm sure that 90% of the country is just a little bit hungover today.
Definitely.
Not feeling 100%. But we just had, we spent the whole day cleaning up, doing laundry, all that stuff. And then we basically just got everything done quickly. And then, we were 14 minutes late. So apologies for that. But shout out to everyone that's a part of this live stream and who listens to this in the future. We are now on episode 99 of 10 Talks. It would have been, if we had not missed last week's episode.
It was Christmas.
Episode 100 would have landed on today, which would have been amazing. First episode of the year is episode 100.
99's still cool.
You ruined it.
Thanks. It's my fault.
Well, come on. Whose fault is it?
Really?
No, I'm joking. I'm kidding. But every time we make that promise of, we're gonna pre-film,
now you fucked my mic up, dude.
Well, no, you could just twist it and then boom. But it's better for it to come from the bottom than top. But anyways, every time we make this promise of pre-recording, we never end up doing it.
I know, cause it's hard.
Okay, I know. But also, it has to do with your 10 p.m. sleep schedule. It's like once it hits 10, it's like there's no like filming a podcast. You're like, I'm sleepy.
I need a full 8 hours of sleep.
Tired.
I need a full 8.
I know, but you can get a full 8 starting from 12. Wake up at 8 a.m. and then boom. If you go to sleep at midnight, that's 8 hours right there. And don't say.
And I'm not. You act like I'm going to sleep at 10. You know I'm not actually going to sleep at 10. I'm going to sleep by like 1.
How?
12:30.
How?
I stay up late.
Not all the time.
Yeah.
No.
A lot of the time.
Usually, if we're
rarely, I'll go to bed.
Usually, if we have nothing we have to do, like errands or some shit, and we have literally nothing to do, and it hits 10:30,
yeah,
you're already like, babe, I'm gonna go lay down, and then boom, it's over. You're already gone to sleep. But either way, apologies, we did not pre-film.
It is my fault. Sorry,
no, I'm joking. That was a joke. We did not pre-film 10 Talks for the last episode. But the reason why we did not even do that last episode is because we went to the Bay Area to go hang out with Riley's family for Christmas, and I'm glad we did that because we've talked about this before, how like this our schedule. My family's New Year's and then your family's Christmas, and that's kind of how we split up our family holiday time, and it works out pretty good. But last year we got COVID, so we didn't want to get your family sick, so we ended up staying here, and it's been basically 2 years almost since we went out there for Christmas.
Yeah, for Christmas.
Yeah.
We went out there for like a couple days in the summer for my brother's graduation, but it was literally like 2 days.
Oh yeah, I remember that. We never took these shots, by the way. Let's take these shots. And also, Rylee gave me early New Year's gift, I guess, because we're having
a part of a present.
Because we're still doing a gift exchange with my parents for a Russian Christmas, which is January 7th. And Riley's like, I want to give you one of your gifts early, and it's basically this giant, beaded Starbucks cup. It almost looks like a sex toy. Mm-hmm. All right, whatever. Cheers. Thank you, babe.
I'm gonna have to borrow yours.
Okay.
Oh.
Did I spill on myself?
I just squirted it everywhere.
Whoops. You have no chaser? That's strange. Either way, so I feel kind of weird talking about all this stuff because we we did a stream yesterday before New Year's, like around 7 p.m. or 6 p.m. and we talked a lot about a lot of the stuff that happened out there in the Bay Area. But basically, when we went out there, the first day we got out there was Riley's mom's birthday. It
was her 50th birthday, so it was like a huge one.
So happy birthday to Riley's mom. Yes. And we went out there and then we were like celebrating, and I was talking about this on stream yesterday, but her family, every time I see them, they always just like want me to go live, and I feel like they want me to go live because they feel like it's gonna bring me out of my shell or something like that, because I'm so to myself and quiet.
to go live. It's not about that.
Anyways,
They just think it's gonna be fun.
they've asked before, and usually I'm just like, no, we shouldn't do it. But today, on Friday when we went, the first day, I was like, screw it, we're gonna go live. And that live stream is already privated, so a huge shout out to everyone that was there that watched it live, because it's you can't watch it anymore. But it was a good time. It was pretty fun. We were just way too drunk.
Yes, I agree. I had a great time though.
Well, I bet everyone had a good time.
Yeah.
And honestly,
I was so happy. I love going to visit my family, and it was much needed. I feel like I haven't seen them in so long, and actually like got to chill and hang out. Because every time we're out there, it's like we're running place to place. Because I just have a lot of family members. My parents are divorced, so it's like I have 2 separate families to go visit every time, and we're only there usually for like 2 full days.
Yeah.
And then we leave, so it's like impossible to actually like enjoy your time. So I was very happy, and it was much needed, and we actually had a really good time. I feel like
it's almost unfair to like the kid or kids at that point of a divorced family, because then you're like, oh great, now I have to choose who I want to spend Christmas with, and the one I don't choose is going to be like, you love the other one more because you spent Christmas with your mom and not me, and or the other way around.
That's
like,
where my family's like cool. Like we always like split the holidays. Like we'd go see both families, like no matter what. Like we'd just do both and both. Yeah. Because we would want to. But at my dad's side of the family, they stay up till midnight, and then they open their presents at midnight on Christmas Eve. And then in my mom's house, they do it like earlier and stuff. So it always worked out. So we would go to my mom's first and then go to my dad's, since they're up till late.
I remember all my Hispanic homies in elementary school. I remember they would tell me that too, where I would have to wait till the morning to open my gifts, and they'd be like, oh, we opened them up like today, later today. And I'd be like so mad. I'd be like, what the fuck, dude? How come they get to open up their gifts the day before?
It would always be annoying though, like as a kid, because it's hella late. So it'd be like so much time. Like you're just waiting, and it's just a big party.
And then imagine you get roller skates at midnight. You're like, I want to go roller skates. They're like, no, too bad, fucker.
No. Christmas is always hella fun though.
Damn. Wait, hold on. How long did we just make it in? Wait, do we curse at all until I just said that fucker word right now?
We probably did.
I hope we did
sure.
Because there's a new YouTube update. We were watching the video the other day. I'm not sure if you were paying attention, where Moisty Critical is talking about it. How, No Jumpers talked about this a lot, where we know that you cannot curse in the first, like, I don't know, a couple minutes. They say, like, at least 5 minutes to remain monetized on a podcast or something like that. And I'm not like this is what's weird is Moisty Critical was saying portraying this as like a negative thing, but to me it seemed like a good thing. He said that the most vital parts is the first 8 seconds of your video. So if you don't curse in the first 8 seconds, he's like, you should technically be fine. And YouTube just implemented this rule, and apparently they've since they implemented it, they've been having like issues where they've been striking people accidentally for no reason, and a lot of people have been getting their videos age restricted and all this stuff for literally no reason. But he was saying that's like an 8-second mark, so as long as you don't curse for 8 seconds, you're good. And we could easily do that.
Yeah, when I heard that, I was honestly shocked, because everybody always says like the first 10 minutes. Dude, you just sparked that crazy.
I did? How? What did I do?
It actually looks fine, but I felt like you just burnt the
from one side only,
like a whole inch off.
What the hell? Really? Wait, like I sparked it wrong or too much or too little?
Yeah, I feel like it was a little too much.
No,
I'm the burning expert.
You see, I had this one.
You're the rolling expert. I get the perfect.
No, I feel like I could light a joint pretty well. You know what's funny is I had this one.
Hell no, you can't.
Yeah, I can. Yeah,
every time you do, you always sideburn it.
You know what's
hella bad.
You know what's a piece of advice that one of my fried homies from back in the day gave me, and I still use it to this day. Is I've told this story before. He got fried off like a lace cigarette and all that stuff, and now he's literally not the same person anymore, and he has all these wild thoughts, and like a couple of them are like, for example, he said that if you ever have a gash, like a wound, you know what I mean, like, and your skin's open and you have like a giant gash, he's like, and you have missing meat or whatever, like missing part of your hand, he's like, you could fill it with raw meat. And he's like, your body will turn the raw meat into an extension of you.
Like put some ground beef inside.
Yeah, like he has the crazy theories like that. One of
this is your friend?
Yeah. Well, he went through like some shit. But anyways, I remember a long time ago, I was smoking with him, and he was lighting a blunt, and he was lighting it forever, dude. And I was like, bro, what are you doing? Like, it's lit already. And he's like, nah, I'm trying to get the cherry as hot as possible so that it burns all the way down evenly. And I was like, that kind of makes sense to me for some reason.
That's what you gotta do. I used to be hella extra with it. I would burn it a little bit at first, and then I would squash it with this to make it flat, and then I would burn it more. Then it'd always be perfect.
You know what I've been realizing is that you've been squashing my clipper lighters or our clipper lighters, and
you can't refill it.
It's been damaging the refilling capabilities.
Well, I won't do it to your clipper lighter.
We're gonna have to start buying Bics. I feel like Bics are so bad for the environment.
Bics are better.
No, they're not. They're terrible for the environment, dude. This is refillable. We just refill it and it's fine. We reuse it. A Bic, you don't use it anymore and you throw it away and it just sits there for eternity for 500 years.
Lit like a Bic. No, Bics have the best light though. The best flame.
The best flame? No, look at this.
Do not get your fucking lighter from the 99-cent store.
Oh my god.
That's the last place you want to
I feel like clippers are just way more better for the environment. And I'm not, super big on caring for the environment, but it's like when you're a kid, I feel like you don't really think about too much stuff of like the world before you and the world in the future, right? You're just like a kid and you're just enjoying stuff and you just see stuff and you think it's cool. But the older you get, you realize like, damn, every time I fucking eat this snack, I cause like, this packaging, like for example, those candies that come in a giant wrapping and each candy is individually wrapped. And then inside those candies might have another white wrapper. I always think like, bro, that's so much plastic just for me to eat that candy. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
like,
that's true.
So I don't know. I feel like the older I get, the more I do start thinking about that type of stuff. I'm like, damn, I don't know if it's helping. I'm pretty sure it's not helping at all, but I would like to not contribute to the cause.
No, you're right.
Maybe when you're standing in front of Heaven's Gates, they like put your fucking trash on a scale.
Oh my god.
And they're like, how much trash did you produce during your lifetime?
Hey, I always threw my shit away. I never left it on the floor. That should count for something.
Dude, you know what's interesting is I was just watching this YouTube video about animals and like, people, like how we live in societies and like animals are just free roam. They do whatever the fuck they want. Apparently like almost damn near all animals, unless like it's an invasive species, I guess, and it's an area it's not supposed to be, but a lot of animals, they really produce no type of like waste. They're kind of like so fucking efficient that they just use their surroundings to build their shelter, and then like once they're dead and gone, like they really didn't affect if anything they affected the environment around them positively, where humans are the only ones where like to build our housing and everything, it's like all toxic and shit, and we have to use all these crazy chemicals, and then I don't know, we just leave the world way worse than how we came in. It's kind of fucked up.
That is true.
I don't know why we're talking about this, but
we fuck everything up. We're gonna melt the earth.
Oh, kinda. Either way, so we were out in the Bay Area, and I feel like I already explained the story yesterday, but we might have some new viewers in here. Like I said, we all got way too drunk during Rylee's mom's birthday party, and then that night we went to Rylee's sister's because we were staying there and to go to sleep, whatever. Right? We get there, Rylee immediately just lays down and knocks out, goes to sleep, and I wanted to, and I really I wanted to go to sleep. I was tired, but dude, I was so drunk that like the room was like going to start spinning any second, and I knew that if you lay down in that state, like you're gonna throw up or you're gonna feel sick or some shit. So I was like, fuck, I didn't know what to do. And Rylee was knocked. I did try to wake you up. Rylee was knocked out. There's no waking her up, and even when I did wake her up, she's drunk as fuck too. There's no talking to her either. So I was just like, fuck, what do I do?
I woke up with a bruise like this big, huge as fuck on my knee, and I was like, oh my god, did I fall? My sister's like, I heard hella like thudding
at night.
She's like, you for sure fell.
Oh my god. But yeah, I think it's because of the bed we were sleeping. I think you kicked in your sleep or some shit. But either way, dude, I was so drunk I didn't know what to do. And I'm in like Rylee's sister's area, which I don't know what area we're at. I don't know what the streets are named. Like I don't know where the fuck I'm at, and I'm drunk on top of it. I just leave the house. I'm like, I need to go walk around, and I just started making like hella loops around the blocks and going to random directions, and damn near everywhere I was going, I was leaving a trail of throw up behind me. I threw up like 50 times, and I just kept walking around for like an hour, and then I finally came home and just like went to sleep somehow. But I kept thinking as I was walking around, like, I'm just desperately trying to sober up, but I feel like shit. I'm like probably stumbling and stuff. I'm thinking like, dude, if you see this on your Ring camera, you're like, who's this fucking creep? Who's this crazy creep walking around my block at 3 a.m, like throwing up everywhere? They're probably thinking the worst of me, seeing me in the Ring cameras.
No. Was it raining?
It might have been raining too.
It was hella cold too.
Just a hoodied man in the rain walking around puking.
Oh my god.
For like an hour? That'd be kind of strange.
The next day was rough. The next morning was really rough.
You see, like, seeing that stuff in Hollywood is normal, I guess, because you're like, oh, there's bars everywhere. We were, like, in a residential area where it's, like, all houses and families, and I'm just walking around. Yeah, that shit was terrible. And then the next morning...
It was fun, though.
Yeah, it was fun, I guess. The next morning, I woke up. And I woke up to Rylee coming in my room going like, wake up, like, well, you've been here asleep forever. And then
no, I was letting you rest.
No, you did let me, but at this point the point I'm talking about, like, it was already like 1 p.m.
Oh yeah, because we actually had to go to Christmas Eve. It was Christmas Eve the next day, and my family like expected us there at like 3 or something, but we were all like, they expected us there at 2, and we were all like, hell no, like we just woke up at like I woke up at like 11ish.
Yeah.
And we were all just like dead chilling, so we just took our time getting ready and stuff. But
dude, when I woke up, like, I opened my eyes, and not only did I have that like groggy morning vision, you know, like everything's kind of blurry and you're just trying to figure out what the hell's happening, but on top of that I had the super hungover, possibly still drunk, blurry, confused vision, and like I just hear Rylee saying, wake up, we gotta go, Christmas party. I open my eyes, I'm like, what's going on? And then her niece comes in going, I still love your hair. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? I was like, what is my life right now, dude?
She brings her dog in too.
Oh yeah, and then she kept trying to like throw her dog at me and make her dog play with me. At some like you know, most of the time I didn't care, but the 2 times I was just like, bruh. It was when I was eating soup, and like she was throwing her dog's paws damn near on the rim of my bowl. I was like, bruh. I was like, what is this? I mean, how was that mean to your niece? I didn't even say anything. I was like, dude. I think that's all I said. I was like, bruh. And then you walked over. You're like, Adrian, leave him alone.
I was just like, Adrian, get over here. I can tell you're irritating him.
Well, that is kind of like, you know, someone takes a dog's paws.
She didn't even have the dog.
She did. And at this point, she had the dog, and she was like doing this, like putting his paws on the table next to my bowl of soup. And I was like, bruh.
That's my baby.
I was like,
She's the best.
I'm trying to sober up over here. I don't want to.
You already sobered up. It was at night.
Oh yeah, that was later at night. True, but I was wanting some alone time.
I know.
Either way, yeah.
He's the grumpy uncle.
Oh, really? You know what I'm realizing as well is I'm kind of like I'm used to I almost have like a only kid upbringing because I had my sisters for a long time, and then around 14, 15 my sisters moved out, and it was just me and my parents, and every time it was like any type of event, Christmas, whatever it was, like I always had the comfort and ability of being like, deuces guys, I'm gonna go play PlayStation in the room, and I just go to my room and just fucking start playing video games. I did that all the time, and no one ever cared, you know. No one ever was just like, Yuriy, come hang out with us. It was just like they're doing their thing and I get to just do my thing, and maybe I'll just go skate or some shit. But over there was really like, nope. Everyone's doing,
we want to be together.
Yeah, everyone's doing shit together, which is like so different for me. Like for me, I can't just sit there playing Switch because I feel uncomfortable, you know. I think I did try to
No, you did.
play Switch at one point, but Roman kept talking to me, and I felt rude to talk to people while playing a game, and I was just like, I'm putting this thing away.
I mean,
I don't know. Stuff you have to get used to. It's interesting.
They're trying to get to know you. That's why.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, I'm used to like, I don't know, just having like more privacy. Where in a household where you have 6 siblings or some shit like that, you probably have very little to know.
You have no privacy.
Yeah, no privacy at all.
And you're just always with each other.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
And then you just, I don't know.
It's way different.
How do you masturbate in a household like that?
How did you do it? Yeah.
Easy.
With your sisters.
Orange in the bathroom.
Yeah.
With my sisters weren't even there when I hit this phase of my life. Oh shit.
Anyway.
Yeah, lucky for the both of us. I didn't have to deal with any awkwardness like that, but shit, whatever. Okay, so we spent Christmas. You know, we had that whole next morning where we opened up gifts. I got a bunch of gifts from your family. Shout out to your family. They gave me a bunch of cool stuff, a bunch of hoodies and shirts and stuff. I won't say who gave me, but one person in your family gave me a shirt that had the word unity in rainbow font, and I was like, it's kind of funny, but I was like, why would they give me a rainbow?
The person did not know what that meant, and I was like, really?
I was like, why
would you do that?
Like, what if they're trying to call me gay, like low key?
No, that person just thinks you like bright colors. I'm like, he doesn't like bright colors that much.
It was literally the word unity and rainbow. And I was like,
but, but
it came with the jacket that I really fuck with. I haven't worn yet on air, but I really fucked with. One of my favorite gifts that I got for sure is this. Oh shit! God damn it. It's fine.
You don't care about anything.
Yeah, I do. I dropped it accidentally, dude. That was a fucking accident.
I'm
Okay.
kidding.
One of my
That's what you
favorite
say to me.
one of my favorite gifts that I got was this coaster holder, or it's also like a bunch of coasters, but it's like a vinyl record player, and like you could take the thing off and take off all the records, and each record is the coaster, and like it gets pretty creative. It's almost like a Blasey type product where all of the records, instead of having like some, you know, I don't know, streetwear references, it's like some funny little, you know, gags or some shit like that, or like, I don't know, puns
on songs.
Yeah, exactly.
Songs.
Oh yeah, on different songs it would be like a pun on a song, but they're the coasters. I was like, dude, this is a sick ass gift, because it's like, you need coasters, but sometimes coasters can be like not very they don't look too nice if they're not being used. If they're just all stacked there, they don't really look that cool. I guess it can look kind of lame, but this is interesting. It's people are gonna look at it and ask like, what the fuck is this? You're like, oh, it's a coaster. Are you not using one?
I knew you would love that.
No, this is cool. I had a bunch of people DM me asking me like, yo, where'd you get that? And I was like, I don't know.
I have no clue.
They bought it from
I have
somewhere.
to ask.
But then also,
Shout out and stuff and Uncle John.
Someone also DM'd me saying that YouTuber Dope Ass Yola, he's like the weed YouTuber guy. He was doing like a house tour, a studio tour, and he had that same thing.
Really?
And I was like, dude, that shit is fire. But either way, yeah. So did a whole gift exchange. Oh yeah, and then also I talked about this on Disconnected and then also the stream yesterday. But I feel like maybe I should not even like give too much detail because I already talked about this so much. But I met up with Fulcrum, with Faded in a Hoe, Mr. Yuriy Land himself, and we filmed the video. We did a 20-minute live stream, and then he had like plans. He had like something to do at 4 or 5 p.m. So we're kind of on a time crunch. So I don't know. We just like kicked it, did the video, and did the live stream. Number one, I said this yesterday on live stream. I'm so appreciative of the fact that he invited me on that because, dude, he has a huge ass poppin' ass YouTube channel, and I'm sure he could. He told me, he's like, tons of people, tons of content creators are hitting him up trying to collab with him and work with him, and he's like, I don't really want to work with people unless I genuinely kind of fuck with them. So, I really appreciate the fact that not only did we link up and meet up, but he had me a part of his video.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Which also, I was talking about this, where it's like hard. It was hard for me to understand what my goal, my mission statement was right there, exactly what to do. It's not an interview. An interview is like, you guys are talking, asking questions. It's not a it wasn't like a pre-prank video where we're like, oh, we're gonna try to get crazy reactions. It was kind of like, hey, we're gonna go get faded at IHOP, and he does his usual thing, but I really didn't know like what to do. Honestly, I was
you did what you do. You just got faded at the IHOP, and I think that's exactly what he does.
Yeah, exactly.
And then whatever happens. So,
but there was like hella moments in which like he's talking to the camera, or he wasn't even talking to the camera, he's just filming stuff. And I thought of, I wanted to say certain things. I was just like, I don't know if he just wanted to have this just raw clip. I don't know if he wants me in my stupid commentary in the background. Like I don't know, like
you could have just did it.
Well, I did a couple things.
That's the vibe.
There was I talked about this yesterday. There was one thing I did that it got cut out of the video where the waiter dude, he came up to us when we were dabbing, and I was like, when he came up to us, I had just taken a huge dab, and I'm not packing these dabs. Fulcrum was packing them, and dude, I don't know how big they were, but I was coughing my ass off. And when the waiter dude came over, I was coughing so bad I couldn't like catch my breath, and he's just so mad. He's like, you guys are getting high in here, smoking, blah blah, all this stuff. And then he's like, what makes you think you could come here and smoke here in this IHOP? And I finally was able to catch my breath. I was like, my mom doesn't let me smoke at home. And he got so mad by that comment. He's like, what makes you think I care about the relationship with your mother? He's like, if your mother doesn't let you smoke at home, what makes you think you could come here? He got so mad by that comment. And then Fulcrum was like, all right, we're sorry, sir. Like, we'll stop. And honestly, I was surprised that we were able to continue chilling and eating, because he was just like, all right, stop smoking and you're good. Like, I feel like if we were before the situation, I feel like if I got caught smoking at a restaurant, they'd be like, get out instantly, you know? But I don't know. It was interesting.
He seemed like way cooler than what I was expecting from the story you were telling me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is he cut out the angry part, where he kind of flipped out, then he kind of chilled out. But that guy was funny. He was interesting. He was a really good IHOP
employee,
waiter, because he was going above and beyond for everyone. And then also, like, as we came in there, I heard him dealing with like some other issue with some lady, where the lady, apparently they had mixed up their tabs, like two customers' tabs, and one customer paid for the other customer's tab, and then this customer was stuck with their tab, which was more than they had spent, and they were just like, I'm not paying for this. And he's like, all right, then just go. And then they ended up just leaving and getting a free meal. And I heard the lady was talking to her husband. She's like, we got lucky today, huh? I was like, damn, that is pretty clutch. You just get a fucking,
that's hella clutch.
You just get a free meal because they made a mistake. But either way, yeah, so we did that stream, and then we came back to LA on Tuesday. And
the traffic on the way back was horrible.
Bro, that shit was crazy.
Took forever to get home.
And
it's never taken that long.
I know, and it's literally because of the weather. It usually to get from Riley's area in the Bay over here to where we live, it takes about 5 hours.
Maybe 4.5 sometimes.
Yeah, maybe 4.5 to 5 hours, and it should take like about 5 hours at most. If it took like 6, maybe 7, it took a little bit too long for some reason. Maybe there was traffic, but bro, because of the weather, for us to get from Riley's sister's house to here, it took about 8 to 9 hours of driving.
It sucked.
So we were driving the whole fucking day, and not only just driving, but I would expect us to, we're driving hundreds of miles. Like sometimes like the direction says keep on this road for 126 miles and then get off on this, and then you do another 80 miles that way. You would think that after you drive 40, 50, 60 miles, you're gonna leave the clouds and the weather behind. Bro, no, it was raining all the way from the Bay all the way to LA. It was insane. And then not only that, but my sister just came from Utah, sorry, goddamn.
Ohio.
My sister just came from Utah, and she said that the whole way from her coming to us was either snowy or rainy too. So I'm like, bro, the whole country's just flooded, storming and flooded at this point, which is good because we've been having this huge drought. But is that normal? Like, holy shit.
No, my friend Zai, she posted today, like, because she has a son, she posted like a park in our area, and it was flooded as fuck, and I've never seen a park in our area have a flood.
Oh,
ever.
Really? Damn.
Yeah, and it was pretty high up.
Well, that's what I heard about droughts, is like people think that drought just means like no water or rain at all, but it does mean that for a long period of time. But the thing with droughts is once it does rain or or some shit like that happens, it ends up resulting in like a flood or a bunch of fucking endless rain for a minute, and then it becomes like a drought again or some shit like that. So I think this might be a consequence of just being in a drought for the past 2-3 years.
Yeah, I do like how it looks outside though.
I wonder if
when it's dark all day, like still dark in the morning.
Yeah, that's true. I wonder if that lake got replenished.
Lake Mead.
Yeah, Lake Mead. I wonder if Lake Mead's chilling now.
Oh God.
We need to see updates.
We need to update.
Does anyone live next to Lake Mead? Can you guys go over there and film?
Please, Yuriy wants to live with you for a week.
Oh, really? Thanks. Send if anyone lives next to Lake Mead, send us a short clip detailing the water level. Hopefully, it's increased.
Any chance he could get.
Yeah, hopefully it's increased back to its normal state. But also, after the whole drought of Lake Mead, it makes me realize, like, I'm sure this is in every body of water you could think of, but they have found so many dead bodies in that lake that I feel like I would never want to eat a fish from there or swim in that water ever. That place is a cemetery. Literally, it's like a mafia cemetery from the 60s. It
makes me wonder how many bodies are in Shasta where we were.
Bro,
because that place is known for being like sketchy.
Think about how easy that is. It's just like you dump anything you want at the bottom of the even like a gun. Imagine you throw your gun in the ocean or the lake. It's like no one's ever gonna find that thing, dude. Most likely.
Shit sketch.
Yeah, it's kind of insane. But no, that place is like a cemetery. Like the shit I've seen, and what's even more interesting is at least I've seen like 2-3 cases of bodies they found where the clothes that the dudes or the people were wearing was from the 30s, 40s, and 50s, like in like way back in the day. So people were been dumping bodies back there. And I bet you that's like mafia related or something. I don't know. But either way, yes. If anyone lives near Lake Mead, let me know.
Please.
So that Blasey and I could we might have to cancel our plans of replenishing it with 7-Eleven water. Okay, so
7-Eleven water.
Let's see what I have for the topics. We never came through on our promise for pre-recording a show. We talked about that. Okay, other topic. On a sad note, this was really sad. I saw someone say this in the morning where they were like, I had some reports about this, but it's not confirmed yet. And then I saw No Jumper posted it earlier today. Gangsta Boo her body was found deceased today in the morning, I guess. So I guess she passed away yesterday or today. But R.I.P. to Gangsta Boo.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Legend. Literally, like, I feel like a lot of people when they talk about female rappers, like I feel like sometimes they don't include her.
They
you know
don't.
What I mean? And
I never even really heard about her.
They'll say Lil
you.
Kim, you know, they'll say like other people, and it's just like, bro, what about Gangsta Boo? Like, you know what I mean? Like, she has plaques, like all types. She has so many credentials to her name. She's done so much shit. And when she came in, remember she came in?
She was so cool.
Yeah,
she was such a good, like, she had such a good energy. She was so funny and so like she was talking to everybody.
Yeah, we all.
I remember she was like, you have dope ass hair to Bossa Nova.
Oh really?
She was like, you have some cool ass hair.
Dude, like, you're right. She had such a cool like vibe. Like, I feel like she could have a good time with anyone, or anyone could have a good time with her. You're just chilling, drinking, or hanging out, or whatever it is.
Really nice.
And she seemed incredibly healthy and normal, you know, like, if she didn't seem like, you know, anything was wrong, you know, she seemed completely fucking fine. So it's like, I don't know, I've seen, you know, people already coming up with assumptions and all that stuff, and you shouldn't be assuming stuff like that. Yeah, but fuck, it makes you wonder what could have happened though, especially like me thinking like, dude, last time we saw her she seemed so bright, positive, and happy, and healthy, you know. And then now you hear news like this. But R.I.P. Gangsta Boo.
She was so young too.
Yeah, right. She was like 47 or 6.
Think, yeah.
R.I.P. And then
but there's no updates. Like, nobody knows yet.
Well, I think it just happened today.
Yeah, because they're like alleging.
Yeah.
They're saying that she might have passed away.
Yeah, exactly.
They haven't even fully confirmed.
Well, no, I know it's confirmed that she's passed away,
confirmed.
But people are alleging like what she passed away from, or, you know, trying to think of. But yeah, R.I.P. Gangsta Boo. Whatchamacallit, another piece of news we have to talk about also is something that's already been it's already old news since we missed the last episode of 10 Talks, but Tory Lanez was found guilty on all charges.
We literally found out as soon as we were going to the Bay.
Oh yeah, right? That's true. Yeah,
I
on the road. I told you, I was like, I saw the Instagram post and I couldn't believe it. I was like, but then I saw No Jumper posted it. I was like, oh my god. I was like, this has to be official. And then I looked it up on Google and I saw a bunch of other people posting it. I was like, bro, guilty on all charges. And I never really even was ever even thinking about what. How many years he could be facing, but people are saying it's 5 to 8 years that he could be facing in jail. Well, he's gonna be charged with like,
I thought it was like up to 20, like for some other charges, but now they're saying he's probably gonna get.
Well, they're saying that he's gonna, if he gets convicted with the 20 years, they're gonna be like, you know, settle a deal for like 5 to 8 or some shit like that. And right before Christmas and New Year's, which is the crazy part.
I was just like, I feel like everybody was lying in the trial so much where I thought it would be like come to a mistrial where they would have to go through again, get a whole new jury, do it all over. I think that's how it works, right? Like when there's like it's all inconclusive.
Well, yeah, when there's like too much funky shit going on, I feel like. Well, also we don't know too much about the judicial system, but dude, in the O.J. Simpson case, his glove didn't fit, and they're like, I don't know, not guilty. It's like
he went like this.
Yeah, exactly, and they're like, that's enough to tell us. He's like, he didn't do it, so. In this Tory Lanez case, it's like there's so many things going on, so many lies happening that you're like, at some point you got to be like, all right, no, we need to, you know, there's a mistrial and then retry and probably like harder charges with more concrete evidence and then do it again. You know, I don't know, but he's guilty. I didn't see Meg say anything yet. Her boyfriend made a statement.
What did he say?
He said that like. He's happy, and then he basically was just talking about the effect it's had on, you know, on Meg, and then also this is gonna be a if you're a girl out there who suffered shit like this, he's like I now know why girls don't say anything, because he's like, everyone fucking hates my girlfriend now when she's the victim. He's like, why is anyone even hating on my girlfriend when she's the fucking victim of a crime? He's been found guilty, and he's like, this is why girls don't come out saying this shit, because people are just gonna hate you for no fucking reason, you know? Like, he made a whole post saying stuff like that. Yeah. Which is, you know, it can be true, especially if it's like a beloved celebrity who's, you know, being accused of the crime and shit. But crap. Yeah, I don't know.
It's just fucked up because everybody lied somehow, like a little bit. Yeah. So it's like, and also, it's hard to like trust any information that we're seeing. So I feel like nobody has like a real like hero in this case. Like I feel like people are kind of just like, no, whatever.
Yeah, everyone's in the wrong a little bit. But also, you know what? I feel like one lesson that you can take away from this case, and, you know, this could be a let you tell it moment, and I literally was just thinking about pouring another shot. But if you look at what happened, and especially if you listen to that phone call that Tory Lanez gave to Kelsey the next morning.
Was it in jail?
No, I think it was just like the next morning or some shit like that. And he was just like apologizing. He was like, dude, I was so drunk. He's like, I didn't even know what was going on. I was just so drunk. You know, he just kept talking about how he was super drunk. People were saying Meg was super drunk. Kelsey was probably very drunk. And literally this one night of partying. And if you look at, there's so many Instagram posts that dictate the chronological order of events, where 1 second he's taking a photo of him twerking, or of him, like, you know, Meg twerking on him, he's like dancing, and there's like Kylie, all this stuff's happening, and then the next moment this fight breaks out, and then now he's serving 5 to 8 years in jail. Megan Thee Stallion has this whole, you know, this has affected her career beyond belief probably, and you know, all this shit has happened all because of this one night of shit that happened that all resulted from people being, you know, too fucked up. And it's just like, you know, we do drink a lot on this channel, and it's like, you know, we are known for drinking stuff like that, I guess. But that's one thing that you have to take away from this lesson, is the dangers of alcohol, which is like, he's made a giant mistake that he regrets dearly, and you can hear it over the phone call. He's like, I'm so sorry, I don't know what I did last night, I was so fucked up. And he's probably gonna regret it for, you know, forever, for the rest of his life. And it's all comes stemming from just this one night of getting too fucked up. And not it's
like, I feel like a lot of people are gonna still love Meg, but I feel like, like a lot of people are, like, a lot of women are not gonna fuck with Tory.
No, 100%.
So
but also, if you like think about it from Meg's career perspective,
crazy though,
dude. Before this thing happened, all I saw of Megan Thee Stallion, I saw a lot. Megan was constantly in the news. Academics, No Jumper, everyone was posting her. Always, this person rides the boat. Megan Thee Stallion drives. Like all the shit about Megan Thee Stallion, all these memes about her, and she was always known for partying, drinking, and giving people drinks. You know what I mean? Her and drinking were kind of like coming hand in hand, and she was known for being like a party person, like going to events and clubs and all that stuff. And then now it's like that this case has been going on for like, you know, I think a year now or some shit like that. And
almost 2 years now.
Like, I wonder how she feels about, you know, alcohol and partying now. You know, I wonder if
probably over it.
I wonder if she's just like, dude, I'm never drinking again. She's like, that almost ruined my life.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? So
it's a whole fucked up situation.
Just the warning for the dangers of alcohol. You know what I mean? Because it seems so fine because you're like, I got money. It's like, oh, I can throw a dish at the wall. I'll pay for the dish. I'll pay for the wall. I don't care, especially when you're rich and successful like that. You think like, I can get fucked up and I'll pay for all costs and damages. I'll throw a couple I'm sorry's out there, you know, repost on Instagram, and it's fine. And then like you do that one mistake that you can't take back.
Shooting at somebody though?
Well, it's crazy. Yeah, he's saying he doesn't even remember.
Okay.
You think he remembers? Can you open up your topic list, because I wanted you to bring up that one thing that you had written down.
Okay. So we were going through Instagram, and I was like, I asked Yuriy if he saw this, but I saw the post saying that Tom Brady, or it was like a picture of Tom Brady and his 15-year-old son sitting by their pool, but to me it was a little strange. Yeah. How they were sitting with each other, with him being 15 years old. That is older.
He's sitting like on his lap, like in between Tom Brady's legs, and they took a photo of like his legs squished between his legs. But honestly, here's the thing:
it's such a.
Here's what I have to say about it, in my opinion.
I'm gonna grab my chaser.
Oh my god! Oh yeah! Oh wait, there's a cactus cooler in there. But I have to be fair in this point, because I don't know who it is, but someone left a comment saying, you guys are fucking weirdos. Like, anyone in here creating this narrative about him and his son, like, you guys are fucking weird. He's like, this guy's obviously a great father, has a great relationship with his kid. His kid loves him, and you guys are trying to spin these like weird, you know, Geppetto narratives. It's like, dude, that's fucking crazy. He's like, I agree with that comment. No, that anyone trying to spin that narrative is like, bro, you got nothing but Geppetto shit. It's like,
it's not. No, I don't think that at all that he's doing. I just think it's weird.
No, but also, you know what I have to say is, I remember when I was in middle school and also elementary school, I already, you know, I used to cuddle with my mom and like lay in bed with my mom and dad, watch TV. But once
don't document.
Once I hit a certain age, no, my parents would like, you know, take photos of like, you know,
15.
Not 15.
Yeah.
But no, but here's what I'm trying to get to is like, at a certain age, I got to a point where I was like, I'm too old for this.
Exactly.
I feel kind of awkward. I used to kiss my dad to go to sleep. I used to be like, good night, Dad.
Aww.
And then I would fucking stop doing that, like, at some point, because I was like, this is fucking weird. I just, like, you know, stopped doing that shit. But it's like, I remember when I stopped doing it and I realized that changed my life. I remember there's classmates of mine where I saw like during school events or certain shit like that they still were like that, even though they were, I had already grown past it. I saw that like one of my homies was still sitting on his dad's lap during a school performance. I'm just like, shit, dude, if I was him, I would not be doing that. It's kind of strange, but like certain families, they're different, you know what I mean? Like their level of whatever is like different. For example, in Russia, it's like all my sisters, like all the girls, they don't fucking, just like the boys who run around in like boxers and shit during the summer, the girls did the same thing. Girls didn't have to wear like, a top or whatever. Once you hit puberty and you start growing breasts and shit like that, then they, then they're like, oh, you should put a shirt on. It's inappropriate. But like all little kids, they all are treated the same. And like, I bet you some people be like, oh, that's weird, blah, blah. But just like, that's just how it is out there. You know what I mean? Like they're going to look at it like that.
I get that, but this is just a normal person that lives in California.
What, is he American?
I think he lives in California.
Tom Brady's American, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that kid is going to regret that. He's going to be 16 and be like, fuck, man. He's
probably so annoyed right now.
Actually, yeah, he could be annoyed now, but also once he's 16, 17 and his homies are like, look at this photo of you sitting on your dad's lap. No, but I do
get it. No, I get that. Like, you could still, like, cuddle and, like, love your parents, but, like, just don't do that to your kid and post that shit. Come on.
Yeah, I feel like Tom Brady, he's like, he doesn't
You're
care.
Famous.
He's like, yeah. Tom Brady doesn't care. He's like, this is just my kid and I love him. But for the kid,
I don't think it's a weirdo
once
thing,
the kid hits 16, 17, he's going to be like getting roasted for this.
Yeah. I don't think it's a weirdo thing, though. So I do agree with that comment as well. Like,
but also anytime his kid gets in an argument or gets an op, and his op's like,
oh yeah,
look at this photo of you.
You love your daddy.
Yeah, you daddy's boy. Like, bro, he's never gonna hear the end of that.
Poor kid. Oh my god.
But then also once you hit like 18, 19, you're like, bro, shut the fuck up with that. I'm over it. So he's gonna have to deal with like 2 years of bullying because of this photo.
It'll give him thick skin.
Yeah, exactly. He'll have to learn how to deal with that shit. I don't know.
It was a choice.
When I was 15, I was already learning how to skate and sitting on my. And me and my dad, like, I kind of hated my dad.
Yeah, you're like about to be 16. Yeah, about to get your license.
We were, if anything, dude, that shows how good of a family they are. Like, I was almost like beefing with my dad at that age. You know what I mean? Like when I'm hitting puberty and I'm trying to go skate with my homies and he's catching me with red eyes and stuff like that.
We're
like,
the weirdos.
I was beefing with him like crazy. I was not sitting on his lap.
We're just the weirdos.
Yeah, I don't know. Well.
Good for them.
Yeah, good for them.
We love the love.
Yeah, good family. Cheers to Tom Brady and his son.
Cheers to wholesome family.
Yeah, wholesome familyness. Oh, I love this cup.
I know.
It fits 2 LaCroix and 1 full Rockstar. It's kind of clutch. It's perfect. Is that the only topic you had listed? I have one last topic to go through. And this one is about skateboarding, so I feel like we should talk about something else.
All I was going to say, what was your favorite memory of 2022?
From what? 10 Talks or
anything,
just everything?
The whole year. Your favorite memory.
My favorite memory of 2022. I would have to say probably Hawaii.
I was gonna say the same thing. For your birthday, surprising you for your birthday and your reaction.
Oh, that was yours?
That was probably the best moment.
I was thinking
because you were just like, what the
yeah,
fuck?
I could not believe it. I was like, what? I was like, bro.
That was the best.
That was so weird for me.
And then going was just a rush.
Yeah, that was you're right, honestly. When I saw that it said to Hawaii, I was like, what? I was like, did you win the lottery? I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what do you mean to Hawaii? I was like, what the fuck's going on here?
That was a good time.
Yeah, that was a good memory. I was going to say the second time just because of the canoe or the kayak experience, and like it felt like we did a lot of bonding and like, you know, like doing more stuff together. Also,
your surprise party was so fun.
Actually, you're right.
That whole week,
honestly, you're right.
Like your whole birthday was such a good.
Actually, you're right. Honestly, week. that surprise party was crazy. I can't believe you and Blasey did that.
Blasey did it.
Shout out to bro. I can't believe Blasey did that. Still, actually, you know what?
I can't even take the credit.
I should have brought that up on Disconnected. I should have said like, bro, I can't believe you did that.
I know. After like I was thinking about hella things, other things I could have said.
Because memories are weird. It's not like you could just like like look through them like you're looking at shirts and go like, I want to look at this one. It's like you just whatever you can remember.
That's why I went through all my stories from last year, and I was like starting to post them. I was like, I want to see what I did like throughout my whole year. That's why I love how they have those archive stories on Instagram.
Yeah, that's true.
And so I was just like, damn, we did so much.
I know.
Also getting beans, of course.
Really?
And snowboarding for the first time.
Honestly, that photo of Beans you posted was so adorable, and I see
why.
Like see why I was tricked into getting him. He was way too adorable. But at this point, I'm
Yuri's over him.
Not over him.
He's the best behaved animal here.
No.
Yes.
No.
Him and Luffy.
Luffy is not him. No. Luffy is a good
Luffy breaks hella shit
because of Beans. Beans scares him. Luffy weighs 300 pounds. He jumps on stuff and he's just flying around the house trying to get away from Beans, and he breaks stuff. And it's like, if it was not for Beans, Luffy would be chilling.
Beans is the best.
Beans is the
also,
best.
this Christmas trip was amazing. It was fun.
Yeah, you were so sad you had to leave. You were crying.
Because it's hard.
I know. I told my mom too when we were leaving. She was like, "How was the trip?" I was like, "Oh, Rylee was crying. We had to leave." And my mom was like, "I know how she feels." Like, because we had to leave Russia.
Exactly.
And like we've only been there twice in the whole 25 years we've been here. We've only been back to Russia twice, and now we definitely can't even go back. So.
Or even when your nieces visit and then they have to go, like it sucks.
But even like, dude, with the extended family in Russia, it's like for real, bro. Like my memories of my aunts and uncles and cousins is already like 15 years old. So when I go over there, I'm gonna have a shock. I'm gonna be like, damn, these fools got gray hair and shit already, dude. This is gonna be interesting.
For real, dude.
But who knows even when I can even go back? That's the crazy part. It's so weird.
It's too crazy right now.
I know. That sucks. That's the hard part about traveling and moving away. You know what I mean? Like it is good to be like with your family, but then also it's like, as a young 20, 30-year-old, you're like, I want to do something with my life. I don't want to be, collecting hay all day and feeding it to cows and then calling it a night. It's like.
Do you ever ask your parents that? Like, do they miss living in Russia, or do they prefer living out here?
I think they definitely prefer living out here, because you know what I've noticed that my parents they still remember the hardships of Russia's different, especially my village. It's super, super different, and it's very rural and very poor, where like a lot of the comforts we have out here, such as fucking even just having fast food restaurants, having like just all this, we have so many conveniences living in Los Angeles that my parents have grown accustomed to it. And I think I have talked to them before, and they've grown so accustomed to living in the big city that to them thinking about living back in Russia is kind of how you think about living in Russia. You're like, fuck that, like with the cows and the outhouse, and they're thinking about it the same way, going like, we don't miss that shit. Like, we're happy we have a hot shower whenever we want, and a toilet. Yeah, exactly. Like they like the conveniences of living in a big city, especially my mom more so. But they do miss, obviously the family.
The family is the hardest part, for sure. But I was going to also say, when we went to Universal Studios with your mom and Lilena, it was so fun.
That was hella fun. Even though
her reaction to everything was so fun.
Even though she had a panic attack on Harry Potter. It's so funny with kids, bro, because like sometimes you think you know them, and you think like what their reaction's going to be. And like it's so funny, a long time ago we went to Disneyland or whatever. We went on the log ride, right? And Lilena loves shit like that. She loves just like, I don't know, she's very excited and cool, like she loves interesting shit like that. And then I have my other niece, Nika, and Nika
She's more scared.
She's she's easily scared and easily will cry, especially at that age she would like be very
sensitive.
She's very sensitive, right? We went on the log ride. At the end of it was so loud that I couldn't really hear what was going on. At the end of it, I turn around, I see Nika's having a blast, like with her hands in the air, like smiling and giggling, and I look at Lilena, she's in tears, just sobbing, crying, and she's so terrified. And I was like, I would have never expected that. It's like opposite day almost. Like it was like a weird ass reaction. And then when we went to Universal, we took her on the Harry Potter ride. I was like thinking in my head, she's gonna love this. I was like, she's gonna be so juiced. I was like, she loves 3D animation and effects and movies and rides. And I was like, it's a mixture of all three. It's gonna be awesome. Same thing, dude. She was in tears, sobbing, screaming like, get me off of this thing, basically.
She doesn't like creepy dark
Yeah,
because the log ride or Splash Mountain is hella creepy and dark that
has
whole
a
time.
section, yeah.
And that whole Harry Potter thing is creepy and dark going through the whole thing.
Yeah, she gets easily freaked out and scared. That's true.
She doesn't like the dark, I don't think.
Oh, we have to take advantage of that while we still can and scare her.
Yeah, let's just torture her.
No, because you lose that as the older you get, you lose that scaring
ability.
Oh, like being ability of being scared
yeah.
like that. You know what's funny is I've gone Rylee a couple times, especially in the shower, where I do it sometimes where she'll shower with the door open.
Fucker.
She'll shower with the door open, and then I'll just like walk up to the door, and I'll just like stand there in silence, like, and not even move. And then like she's like do like showering, and then she'll do this double take like ah, and then she'll get so scared.
I thought you were gonna talk about pouring cold water on me.
Oh yeah, I've done that.
He's such an ass for that.
I've done that a couple times. You know why? My dad used to do that to me.
Okay.
Because my dad would teach me harsh lessons, and my dad would always.
This is where you get it from.
And my dad would be like,
scared.
my dad would be like, lock the bathroom door when you shower, right? And I'd be like, all right, I got you. And then and he would always look and test to see if the bathroom door was locked or not. And whenever it was unlocked, he would come through with a cold cup of water and just throw it over it and be like, told you to lock the fucking door.
That is so you.
Oh my god.
That is crazy. No, you just did that to piss me off.
Yeah, and then one day.
Okay, so he did that to me when I was washing my hair, and I got pissed. I was like, but whatever, I'm washing my hair. My hair is wet. It doesn't matter. And then he did it another day where I purposely put my hair up. I wasn't going to wash it.
And I didn't realize.
And he poured it all over my head. I was so pissed. I was like, are you kidding me? Now I have to wash my fucking hair. I started crying. I was like, I can't believe you.
Cry. She literally started crying. She was just like,
you suck.
You would do this to me. You throw cold water
How
on me.
How dare you?
No, and
it's freezing.
No, and then she starts doing this thing where you want to like, you're emotionally overreacting. And then you find ways to justify it, and then you started going like, you threw water on your girlfriend, like, I can't believe you did that. And I was like, bruh, this was a prank. You. And then now you're getting all sensitive about it, and then now you're laughing about it a year later, or 2 years later,
because you never did it again, because you know how pissed
no, because you did it to me. And I really did not like it. I hate cold water.
I know you do.
And the idea of being under a nice, warm, comfortable shower, and then you just get a fucking cup of ice water on top of you, that's the worst shit ever. But it's so funny. Oh shit, I don't know. You know what's one of the funniest things that I feel like I could never trick you into doing, but me and my homies have done it to one another before. To one another before is if you like you and the homies are sleeping in the same room or some shit, or something like, you guys are just like, you're knocked down in the same house as your homies or some shit like that, right? You heat up a dab like red hot, super red hot, and you take like a huge glob, and you basically wake them up and go like, dude, take the dab, go, bro, come on, take the dab, and you just like confuse them into taking the dab, and they just take a red hot giant dab right out of waking out of REM sleep, and it's like the funniest thing to see. It's like waking someone up and telling them to eat a habanero pepper almost. They're just like, what's going on?
One time, we were at my grandma's house, and Brittany was taking a nap in my grandma's bed, and she had like one of those standing fans that like rotates or whatever.
Yeah.
And we had McDonald's French fries, and Brittany loves French fries. And Roman put the French fry to the fan, and Brittany's like in her sleep, like,
no way.
biting the air in her sleep.
She could
the
taste
smell,
the
smell of the French fry. That shit was hilarious.
You know what's funny? Speaking of random pranks and stuff, my sister's told Rylee this story many times, but I don't think I've ever told you guys this story. But a long time ago, when I was like in 3rd or 4th grade, I was like a little kid. I had this bed that faced, like, my bed, the way I slept, it faced the window. And, we would usually have the drapes closed, but one morning, I just basically wake up to both my sisters shaking me, going, Yuriy, wake up, the aliens are invading, like, we gotta go, blah, blah. They're just freaking out, and I just wake up in this, like, confused ass state, like, wondering what's going on, and they're pointing at the window, and they had cut out all these, like, all these like shapes of like aliens and all that stuff, and like when the sun comes in, it just looks like a silhouette. You know what I mean? Almost just looks like a fucking shadow in the sky or some shit like that. So they cut out all these like alien silhouettes and like ship silhouettes, put them on the fucking window, and we're just like waking me up, pointing at the window, going like, the aliens are invading, and I was just freaking out for like,
oh my God.
I don't know, a couple minutes.
That's actually hella funny.
I was freaking out for a couple minutes.
Hella effort.
Until they fucking started laughing. I was like, God damn it, dude.
That's such a good. That's hella funny.
That was like one of
because I could see you just like not being able to see and just being like seeing a silhouette.
Honestly,
of a UFO.
That shit's like the funniest thing ever. Is you know, when you're a human being, you have this like, especially the older you get, like you have this like almost this front where you have like you're Rylee, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's this unbreakable Rylee. This is how Rylee is, and you act a certain way, and then maybe it even stems with lying too. Maybe you're holding in a lie, and when you're awake and you know you're conscious, you know to hold in this lie, you know to not talk about this or not talk about this embarrassing story. When you're asleep and someone wakes you up immediately and they start asking you questions or trying to get you to do stuff, like it's the most honest, you know, like portion of you ever. I feel like it's like you just wake up, you don't even have that, you know, that ego face on you. You're just like, huh, what's going on? Aliens?
You're like, oh my God, I gotta evacuate.
Yeah, I gotta go. It's like, I don't know, you only have a couple minutes of that sleepiness phase to take advantage of, though.
Yeah,
unfortunately. Do you have anything else listed on your in your notes?
That was my last thing.
Liar.
I'm trying to think of any other memories. No, because we already talked about everything.
Oh, okay. I have one last topic that I want to talk about, and then, you know, I feel like this is a topic that could be a little bit, some people could be like, Yuri's an idiot, you're just a hater, blah, 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 or something along those lines. But I want to talk about this, like, kind of realistically, right? Lil Wayne recently was given a pro model skateboard, and I understand why, because Lil Wayne is not only is he ultra successful, ultra famous, ultra rich, he has everything you could ever want, but a lot of people would love to work with Lil Wayne. A lot of people would probably pay Lil Wayne $1 billion to be like, I love yo-yos, just so they could sell a yo-yo, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But Lil Wayne genuinely out of his heart, he's not getting paid to do it or nothing. He just fucks with skateboarding. And also, not only that, but there's many clips of Lil Wayne actually skating and like eating shit and falling and all that stuff. So, you know, there's certain people who they try to skate and then they fall a couple times, they hurt their leg, and they're like, no, like it's not worth it. I don't like eating shit. That's, you know, it's not fun for me. He's eaten shit many times and he still continues to skateboard. So, you know, he understands the risks and the benefits. So he, like, it seems like he's genuinely into skateboarding because he enjoys skateboarding. I'm not saying that he's not, but his skill level is not that of a pro skateboarder. Back, you know, in the early 2000s, when I was just getting into skateboarding, the word pro skateboarder had such like a, you know, like a weight behind it, where you cannot be pro, dude, like unless you've put in your work. And if anyone even went pro officially the way you're supposed to, and you're not as good as everyone thinks, like everyone's gonna shit on you and be like, bro, like you weren't pro because he's your dad, or you weren't pro because of these connections. It's like people will shit on you if your skills do not match up.
Yeah.
This is Lil Wayne, so, you know, he has an exception. A lot of people are gonna be like, I'm a Lil Wayne fan, I don't want to seem like a hater, all that stuff. But looking behind the veil of skateboarding and meeting a lot of ultra talented skateboarders, like for example, there's this one skateboarder named Cookie Dough. I met Cookie Dough before he went pro, and I was already hearing stories of him. Like my homie was hanging out with him, he would tell me like, bro, this guy is like so good, and he's like been this good for many years, and he's been on companies, and he's like, no one wants to take him seriously and no one wants to take him pro. And when I met him, I was like fucking shocked. I was like, bro, this dude is incredibly talented, and he's not a professional, and he's been like amateur for a long ass time, and no one's like giving him the chance to be a pro skater. And then after a while of like, literally because the fans were bitching, a lot of his fans were bitching, he ended up going pro, you know, thankfully, and he deserves it. But there's other people I've met who, you know, didn't get that benefit of like, you know, having the fans reach out, or, you know, having people change their mind. And like people are really out there super fucking good, dedicated their whole lives to this shit, have gone to the hospital, have spent their last money on skateboards, have done all this shit, so all these sacrifices, and they will never go pro and never get that chance. And then they see Lil Wayne goes pro, it's like a giant slap in the face. You're like, bro, I dedicated my life to this shit, and this dude, just because he's clouded up, gets a pro model. It's kind of fucked up.
I mean,
you know,
I feel like, yeah.
I'm trying to think.
It's just
I'm trying to think of another sports.
Is he truly a pro skater, or is he just the face of the skateboard company now?
Well, that's what I thought. Right. First, I saw the news that he got that he was a pro skater or something like that, and I thought it was like you're saying, kind of like
they're trying to twist the words.
I thought it was like a word twist where they're saying like he's a celebrity pro for, because there was actually, I think Crooked Skateboards used to do this, where usually if you're a skateboard company, you make skateboards out of your pro models, right? I think it was Crooked, but there was a company that was making pro models of people that weren't on the company, people they just fucked with, and they gave them like a month of being pro type shit, right? It's like, oh, we made a pro model of you. And I was thinking like maybe it's like a celebrity pro model because he's been fucking with this company, they're really close, all that stuff. No, I saw an Instagram post where they're saying like he's been given his own pro model skateboard, like he's a professional skateboarder, and people referring to him as a professional skateboarder. And I'm like, that's cool. No hate to Lil Wayne at all. All I'm saying is to the people out there that have like dedicated lives to this shit and are ridiculously good and have not been given that chance by the companies themselves, it's kind of like a giant slap in the face.
It's such a small...
That's the thing.
Sport, though.
And you know what? And here's the thing.
Where there's so many talented people. It's like being a singer. There's so many talented artists out there, but they're never going to be...
That's true.
...famous.
And some people...
And there's so many better people that...
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many talented people that are better than a lot of people we're listening to right now.
Skateboarding works differently, though, where skateboarding, you have to get under an established... like a skateboard deck making brand that has an established name behind it, and they have to choose to make you pro, and like it's usually a very difficult thing to reach, and it's kind of like he just skipped a bunch of steps just because he's clouded up.
Privilege.
But also, okay, so some people are going to say, Yuriy, this is good for skateboarding because he's bringing more eyes to it. Like you're saying, it's a niche thing. So because,
and he has always been into it.
Yeah, exactly.
He's always been repping skateboarding.
But like now that he has a pro model, it might get more people into skateboarding. It might make it even more popular. I feel like skateboarding, the reason why it is so loved and like people fuck with it so much is because it had this like underground strict rule set of what it means to be a pro skater, what it means to be a good skater, like what it means to be like a fashionable skater. Like there's all these like underground rules of skateboarding that people kind of just like latched onto. And if skateboarding is kind of just like selling out and being like, yeah, you could be pro, it kind of diminishes the whole fucking groundwork of what skateboarding actually was, which is like this whole community of people who take this shit very ultra seriously and love doing it. And now it's kind of this thing where it's just like all wishy-washy, anything goes, who cares, the groundwork is all being dismantled at this point. And that's what's dangerous is like Lil Wayne's all happy to grab this board, that's fine, but in 5, 10 years, 20 years maybe, when the bubble pops and everyone thinks that skateboarding is lame, you still gonna be skateboarding, or are you gonna be like, nah, that shit was, I did that 10 years ago, dude, I'm over it. Skateboarding, it was cool, but I have other things to focus on.
I don't think skateboarding will ever be lame.
It can be if shit like this continues happening. If Taylor Swift gets a pro model because her son starts skating, it's like, okay,
Taylor Swift,
who's next? I don't know. Well, there's my opinion on that. And then also,
and that's on that.
I didn't want to say anything about it because I know that it could be people could very easily disagree and call me a hater and all that stuff. But what made me want to talk about this is talking to Potlord the other day, because Potlord sent me a text going like, you see this bullshit? And I was like, yes. I was like, I'm so happy he agrees with me, because this is bullshit.
You want that shot?
This is fucked up. All right, and then we'll spark this up for the after show, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna take one last shot to wrap up the show, and then, like always, we're gonna get into the after show where we can actually read the chat, interact with you guys, and see what you guys have to say about our opinions, mostly my opinions and stuff like that.
Ooh, also we have been watching this new show
called
The White Lotus on HBO Max, and it's actually really good.
We're
only on episode 2, not fully through.
I've never been in a room with Rylee when she sees a cock. Actually, I have when we did Omegle. But we were watching White Lotus, and there's a scene where this dude's just... There's a scene where this dude's just, like, playing with his cock. And I look at Rylee, I'm like, wow.
No, he's not playing with his cock. He's checking for testicular
He was jiggling
cancer.
It, dude. He was
looking for cancer with his wife.
And why did they have to show us the balls and the dick? I don't know.
They showed nip.
They did, but barely.
Oh,
I had to, hella look to see it.
Of course.
No, I'm joking. But anyway, okay, It's hard. I feel like a lot of shows suck nowadays, bro.
I know, it's hard to capture our attention.
White Lotus, so far 2 episodes in, I really like it. I want to.
The actors are really good.
Yeah, the actors are good, and I want to learn more.
So maybe stay tuned for more recaps of that show.
Of the White Lotus. And just a fair warning, if you guys do watch it, there's a dude jiggling his balls like 10 minutes into the thing, and it was weird.
And I'm sure there's gonna be more tit.
And there's a little bit of tit like 28 minutes in. All right, cheers, guys, to episode 99 of Ten Talks.
Cheers!
Huge shout out to everyone that supported us in 2022. We appreciate you guys so much. We appreciate the Harmonious gang so much. For 2023, we're going to go above and beyond to be more consistent, more crazy, more, I don't know. I just want to do everything better, basically.
Me too.
Just do better.
And actually just follow through with what we say.
Actually follow through? No, not making our bar very low. It's like, no, follow through and do above and beyond.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
And if
that's my goal, is actually to follow through with things I put.
How about this? Every promise
out there.
Every promise we make and don't keep to the viewers this year equals in 1 24-hour gulag stream.
No.
I feel like that's fair.
That's stupid.
Cheers to the Harmonious gang and to the Happy New Year. To the New Year. Cheers, guys. Let's go. All right, guys. That's so weird. I could hear you swallow. Pause. All right, guys.
Also, we didn't say the 72-hour stream.
What about it?
That was a crazy memory.
Oh, yes. You're right.
That was huge.
And honestly,
that was like our biggest.
Was it No Jumper No Context who posted that?
Mm-hmm. Oh no, it was No Jumper Memes.
No Jumper Memes. Shout out to No Jumper Memes for posting that. I appreciate the acknowledgement.
Me too.
Because I feel like
I honestly forgot about it.
What, the 72 hours shit? Really?
Yeah, it feels like so long ago.
No, I appreciate the acknowledgement.
That was hella fun.
I appreciate everyone who's been watching the streams for a minute. Honestly, dude, it's like I have had like, you know, a good amount of people DMing me telling me like, bro, like I've watched basically all of your streams all year, and I'm excited for what the next year's to come. I'm like, bro, like thank you so much for being a part of everything, because I feel like we've done so much, you know. And then also I feel like because we've already done so many streams at this point, I've done so much that like the bar I've set for ourselves is like higher and higher. We're like, I want to do less and less, you know, chilling, smoking at the desktop streams. I want to do more and more creative ideas that, you know, are like more interesting and more challenging. And then also, you know, I've learned lessons, like for example with the penny to $100 challenge and a couple other streams, like the clothing giveaway stream and stuff like that. It's like sometimes even if you don't reach the goal of the stream idea I have, like just doing the stream itself was a good time. So some, you know, a lot of the ideas I have, sometimes I'm like, fuck, I don't know if that's possible. It seems unrealistic, or, you know. But sometimes I just got to be like, dude, I have this idea. Let's just go for it.
The journey is the stream.
Yeah. Next time I'm just gonna go for it and we'll see what happens. But either way, shout out to you guys.
I like it.
If you guys can, please drop a like. Help us grow the channel. It really, really helps grow the channel. Easy, free way to help grow the channel. Drop a like.
Drop a comment,
please.
Drop
a comment.
Drop a comment.
And write, is this Beechwood? Write Beechwood.
No, it's Palo Santo.
Write Palo Santo in the comments.
We were clearing out the energy.
Honestly, guys, also, yeah, if you guys really can, dropping comments really, really means a lot. It really helps grow the channel as well. And they're really much appreciated. And also, if you guys aren't subscribed already, please drop a sub. Like always, we're going to end the stream in like in a minute or two. We're going to start a new stream so we can actually do the after show and talk to you guys and see what you guys are saying. Appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. We love you. And peace. And we'll see you guys in a couple minutes to everyone that's watching this live. Let's go.